Hello, Facebook. Hello, Valtopia. Hello, Instagram. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Valtopia TV stream. Frequencies. Welcome. Share this a couple places. Gather us together. How are you? How are you post lunar eclipse, planetary? Line up all the planets in alignment. And many of them in retrograde, and a cosmic clock we haven't seen for a long time. Oops. Share this a couple places. Turn this down. My internet connection is a wee bit slow here, so bear with me. And I've noticed that, say hello for here. I've noticed that I haven't been that active on Facebook. I've been taking care of my own. I had to dash out of Los Angeles, so I didn't have to, but I chose to. And so I've noticed I'm not connecting with as many people as I might when I'm super active. So feel free to share. And if you know somebody that's like, oh, Val's on, I've got my cards, I've got my Healy, and we're about to get into it. So I'm just sharing this to my business page, Valtopia Studios. Go give it a like. And then you'll be up to date on me sharing all the frequencies, music, art, healing, activation that comes through this little body that's known as me. So welcome. Hello, everybody. How are you? What's happening? Please tell me about your moon experience last night. I couldn't believe how bright it was. Oh my goodness. This moon was so bright that it looked like daytime outside. And when I took a picture of it, if you got within a certain range of the rays of the moon, the camera was flooded with orbs and light, and it was incredible. And for me, I'm highly sensitive to these cosmic transits. It's part of my existence, my purpose as an artist, as a creator, as a visionary, to tune into the frequencies that are coming through and interpret and express them through me. And in that way, you can keep an eye on me. You can watch me and tune into, I'm like, what's going on? And I tend to experience the energies before the cosmic transit and just as it's landing, so that by the time it hits, there might be a whole wave of you that are just feeling what I've already been feeling for quite a few days. And I start to come back in energy after I've taken time away to rest. So I was looking at the last few years around this time of year, and when the eclipses come, I lay low as the energy is coming through and process and regenerate and transmute, and then I shine afterwards in the moment it has come through and afterwards. And I've seen that pattern for the last few years. So how are you with your cosmic transits, and what information and illumination is coming through for you? I'm going to do a collective reading here for us. For me, I left Los Angeles to have some time alone and to leave what I felt like maybe there was going to be a situation there, and to be clear and ready for my kids to come back from their vacation. You may be finding yourself in a similar way. But then I got all this other extra information where I'm making more changes, more shifts. And I felt like yesterday was about that. Yesterday and the day before, did you have any disrupting personal conversations or experiences that are illuminating you to some shifts you need to make in your experience? Okay, I hope it wasn't too painful. If you were crying, if it was unpleasant, if it was illuminating, if it was shifting you in a direction, listen. What direction are you shifting into because of the transits and the energy and the interactions that have been coming through this experience? So I'm going to do a collective reading here, tuning into the energy, because there's so much going on. And the message that I share, if you're just tuning into me or you're scrolling by and you're like, who is this and what's she talking about? Your body and your own awareness to your body and what tools that you were gifted as a being in this life experience now, and the patterns of your response to life are your greatest gift, and allow you a powerful access to information that nobody else can receive. And we've had this struggle as powerful feelers and mystical visionaries and incredible oracles, where we suppress our awareness and our high sensitivity to information through our body because it's been dangerous for us, it's been painful for us, we've been told not to. And this cosmic transit is awakening everyone to their unique ability to tune into information, cultivate it, and curate it through you. We all have different purposes and different ways we use our body. And some of us move the energy through authoritarian control, and some of us move the energy through disrupting and releasing and shifting it through our very being. And we're coming together, all of us, to keep the energy moving and to keep the universe expanding, right? And so this cosmic transit that has brought us into a sense of isolation and given us like a carte blanche to go within, even though many of us have gotten very distracted with what's happening, and that's part of our experience, to find our tool set. So if there's anything you take away from what you watched about me, you know, most of us think we're being selfish if we take time alone and that we're hurting someone if we do. But the truth is you benefit your collective when you know yourself better. So my message and the work that I share is about you understanding your body and yourself and how that can really strengthen and benefit the collective and yourself through your awareness, through your tool set, and through what comes through you. So hi, Jordan. So I would love to tune in with you. I'm tuning into the collective here. Oh, I lost a card. Okay. All of us are looking for some sense of internal peace. Ooh, let me see if I can see where the right place is to show this, to see the message right here. Any one of us is looking for internal peace, peace within, peace without. And the first cards that came up are the forward disc, which is about how are you managing the balance between what's coming through your inspiration, your ideas, and your impulses this way, your vision, the voice that you express, and the energy of your heart connection and to each other, to your constellation, to yourself, and how you're feeling the impetus of that creativity, the protection and establishment of your own boundaries, your womb area where you're actually really tuning into the creation and seeds that you're blossoming, and then your root into the earth. Your body, your awareness of how you're tuning into all of that is creating a reality that's being reflected back to you. And most of us have an experience where our mind and our programming and our connected, unawakened experience is collectively creating a reality that we think we're just have to live. And now as we awaken to our awarenesses and feeling within our body and being, we realize, oh my gosh, there's all this information coming through for me. And I have the power to move and adjust these feelings that are coming through. And that's going to totally change what's happening on the outside of me. And so how you manage the balance between what's coming in this way and going out that way, and what's coming in that way and going out that way, and how you're breathing and living and nourishing this body, being, and spirit is everything. And so this is a time right now to go within. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel scared. Don't feel like you have to do anything other than the most important thing each of us needs to do right now is own our frequency and understand what it takes to be us fully and what beautiful medicine is coming through us. And the medicine means some of us are feeling and transmuting and expressing frequencies, and some of us are receiving brilliant ideas and implementing structures, and we co-create and come together in our beingness. So the peace that we seek is about understanding ourselves, right? Let me see if I'm missing any comments or anything. Go ahead and make comments if you want to. If it's coming through, and feel free to share. I love it when you guys share. Oops, I just minimized my window. That wasn't very, okay. All right, so that let's shift. Actually, let's tune into the collective. And I did tune into the collective with the Healy. Do you guys know what this is? Most of you might be just coming into awareness. Some of you already have this. This is a personal quantum healing device called the Healy. And I have more information for you about it if you want to know. What I'm going to do with the Healy today is I tuned into the collective before I came on live and ran the scan. So I'm going to run it again. So the initial analysis showed that we had a really great root and throat chakra, but our crown chakra was looking for connection. So this is the Healy reading for our Valtopia collective. So I'm going to run it again. I'm going to run it again. So I'm pressing run and it's doing a little scan. And you can see what we have, a really nice root and a tiny little crown, a lot of third eye, a lot of, we've got a lot going on in the middle and then the root, but the solar plexus, look at that orange. That's not as puffy, and that crown chakra isn't it puffy. So the crown chakra is at 58, which is lower, but look at that third eye at 100. Look at that, right? So, and you can see that in the picture. Let me show you the picture again. Look at how much blue is happening in that third eye. So we have a lot of visionaries tuning into this collective reading. And that's great because I love to guide visionaries because we have a rebellious nature that we need to have to bring through the evolution we're meant to. And we tend to disrupt our progress sometimes with conditioned responses. So there's things we can do to ground in our magic and to allow the vision to establish when we get to know ourselves better. So let's take a look at this interpretation. 400 on the throat and 100 on the third eye. Isn't that amazing? And so what's going on with our crown chakra at 58? We're overcoming self-created boundaries, becoming more communicative, right? We had that hermit where we're needing to go within and receive those messages. All right, so I'm going to run some frequencies. Here's the line interpretation of our collective here. You can see. And so I'm going to run an analysis and see if any of these resonate for this collective with my Healy. And then I'm going to run frequencies through my body being in vessel and my modality. And if you would like to receive these frequencies coming from the Healy or coming from me, go ahead and post in the comments. I'm open to receive these activating frequencies. So this says the person knows in which direction their life is going and they adapt to changes accordingly. Well, thanks, Anna. The person is beginning to see the father as he is. It's a time to change the relationship towards their father. Now we are in a process of healing our divine masculine, our divine feminine, and how our, I don't know if I did the right hand on the right or left, but our inner balance of taking action and receiving. Our inner balance of providing a space within us to receive inspiration and then laying back and being open to receive our own inspiration. And so this balance of knowing your father, trusting, seeing things for what they are, knowing your own ability to create for yourself what you need or to ask for what you need or to just allow the energy within you to be open to create those solutions for yourself. So let's run some frequencies. Is anybody live on here that's open to receiving frequencies, or is everybody just watching? I don't see any comments anywhere. Amazing. Jordan. Okay. I'm going to launch the frequencies, and if you're watching the playback, they will still be applicable and you will feel them if you're open to that level of sensitivity and awareness for yourself, or if you're meant to feel them. So we're going to do 26 minutes at 49 seconds. And so while I'm doing the reading, we're going to launch these frequencies. So here they go. So these frequencies are running now and addressing the different diagnoses that came up with the analysis for the Healy. And so they may be addressing the crown chakra, they may be addressing the heart chakra, they may be addressing different factors. So we're going to keep going with this reading. I'm going to do one more reading from the diagnostic, tuning into this collective. Oh, that came right out. And I was feeling a little bit of throat chakra here, a little bit of attachment. Yeah, so we have our prudence and permission and grief. And if you would like to receive these frequencies or me to pull a question card for you, say I would love to receive frequencies and be tuned into. Thank you, Val, or however you want to say it. Be polite. So grief, the Three of Swords, you know, there's so much to release right now and shed. Let yourself cry or notice unusual or even irrational stories that might be coming up. I had an experience where something accidental happened, which triggered a huge response from somebody really important to me, like most important to me. And we had to go through that. And then I became aware of all this really hidden, fucked up stuff I didn't know was in there. So you must let yourself have, if something crazy is happening or weird, let it happen for you and see what is it showing you that needs to shift right now. Like everything that's happening right now is happening for us, believe it or not, for us to come in and be able to tap into our goals and our goals as human beings on this planet in this time. That's really what's going to prevail. Have you noticed that? Okay. I'm not seeing any comments. I hope I'm not missing anybody anywhere. I got a watch party going in Valtopia. Maybe I'm missing on my own page. Let me make sure I'm not missing because I was looking at Valtopia. Nope. Y'all quiet and shy, huh? That doesn't make any sense. Surrender to your own highest wisdom. If you're not tapped into that, you know, I used to feel like I don't have access to my own highest wisdom. I got to ask a healer, a psychic, or a guide or something. And the best guides showed me how to access my own wisdom and knowing. And it's time for us to surrender to our divine presence and purpose that's coming through for us, and to feel the truth of what we do know. And it's going to be becoming real clear as we move through these transits. All right, so I'm pulling some cards. Everybody's quiet. Nobody's tapped in, huh? These frequencies are running. Let me know if you feel the frequencies. If you feel the frequencies running, perhaps opening up your throat chakra, maybe opening up the energy here. It's very subtle and yet powerful. These microcurrents shift and elevate your vibration little by little. And what happens is you become less focused on pain and more focused on your internal power to shift and pivot things. And that's why things begin to shift so powerfully. Okay, hello. Thanks for the love hearts and connection. It's time to play. I can feel that. I guess that's why nobody's showing up today. I think it's time for people to go within and do their own thing. Hi, Jasmine. Welcome. You know, I'm running frequencies and pulling cards. So if you would like to feel these frequencies, open yourself up to it. Say, I would like to. And I'll pull a card for you. Tune into your energy field, into your awareness. And let's see what message is coming through for you after this eclipse. Time to play, honey. Money magic is the next card on here. Who's up for some money magic? Money magic really is just about your self-awareness. Everything that I talk about comes down to your own ability to know yourself and find what you need. And those of you who work best with me are extremely sensitive, possibly since you were a child, usually, and you have expanded deeply into your gifts, and you've done a lot of self-help and self-work, and you help others tremendously. And there's a sweep and a regeneration about everything about you that we do together that rapidly brings together all the work that you've done into a whole next level of understanding for yourself and connection to different types of clients, different types of lovers, different types of relationship with your children, different types of relationship with yourself first. So that's where it all begins. And I'm beginning to take some time this summer to be with my children and to be with my own inner child. And I'm going to be doing some really powerful artwork to bring through the messages that are meant to come through. 20 years ago, I was germinating what then came through in after September 11th, which was some really incredible imagery of fairies and inner earth beings and galactic frequencies. And I picked up those colors and everything in 2015 when I came back into my artwork, and it's time to bring more of that imagery forward in paintings and coloring books, because there's messages in there for our collective and our tribe, for our star seeds, for activators, for visionary oracles. I also have an incredible group activation that's about to happen for a large group of incredibly powerful visionary oracles who have a lot of embodiment work to shine and share with you. So if you want to get more in your body and connect your body wisdom to your cosmic wisdom and learn to quiet your overactive monkey mind and have your mind work with and for you, any type of somatic work you could do to understand the connection there is huge. It is not selfish. If it's selfish not to do it, it's selfish to lead. Hey, Monica, are you tuned in? I'm here with you. It's selfish to lead from a surface, shallow level. You know why? You're not tapped in fully to the depth of your gifts, and you're not fully tapped into your clients either. So you're disseminating shallow information and teaching a bunch of people shallow information. And all of us are still operating from a split personality. And when we allow ourselves to take the space we truly require, that may in traditional life seem self-serving or selfish, when you can recognize that you have not done the depth of knowing you, gone the depth of knowing what your body does and works for you, and where you have places where you've been unwilling to feel because of past pain, do the work, whatever you can to get in there and then lead from that space. If you're leading from your pain and your trauma and a shallow level of depth of you're going to be creating a shallow level of clients, constellation, relationship with your kids, with yourself, everything. And your results are going to show that. And that level of frustration you might feel, or the loop of stagnation you might be feeling, even though you've had quite some success, will manifest as this body feeling within you that you're trying to ignore because you're such a trooper and you're such a good worker and you do things so well and you just manage to transcend anything and everything. This is not something to transcend or bypass. This is the time to tune in and find out what wisdom your body has for you. Okay, Monica, Jasmine, who's here? Nobody's asked for readings. That's cool. Nobody asked to, but if you want something, want me to tune in or pull a card for you, I'm here for you. Listen to my voice. I've been sleeping and doing a lot of meditation, so I'm in an interesting place with my own body. Okay, I'm going to pull some Arcturian light activation for the collective. And I'm going to do some light language to bring those of you who are meant to come in closer for leadership activation and training and self-awareness, rapid embodiment and results for you in your constellation. This light language will let you know that I am your source of community or one-to-one or training. There's all kinds of ways you can access this level of yourself. Excuse me. Iwa nanem wo o nanem awo ye ma nane wo ma wo hana wo mo o ha hana wo yi na ma wo mo ma. Why in the name Iwahana ni mi wayima mamoni ni wayima wo awayina ma wo yumohana ni wayima wo ni mo wayi awayina ni ma wayi hema wa. Hi Petra. Oh, my profile isn't allowing to type comments. Okay, these frequencies are amazing and not subtle at all. Feeling it in my legs and feet, all buzzing like crazy, need to ground. That buzzing in is you grounding. The frequencies that I transmit are all about grounding, and I feel the tingling in my legs and feet. Let it shoot down, down, down into the earth. Do you feel that? Don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to any of these frequencies. They're not yours to hold on to. They're meant to flush through you and to continue to stream like a fountain. You feel that? I feel some holding on here in this area. Okay, Monica. Thank you. Just checking I'm not missing anything. Okay. Yes, a reading. Okay. So let the energies go down into the earth and feel yourself connect deep into the root of the earth. And when you fully root in, release. Say, I release everything. Yeah, the tongues are where I'm least involved, and it's all cosmic transmission. And we'll do some more. I'm going to do some more inside of my free group Valtopia. I'm going to do this reading for you guys, and then I'll move into our private space in Valtopia and hang out a little bit more in there. By the way, the Healy is still running. I don't know if you guys can feel this. A chameleon just appeared as you did your light language. Ooh, what does that mean for you, Petra? We're expanding together. We're expanding. And all right, Monica, I'm gonna pull a fuck yeah card for you. This is the deck that I channeled on the way back from Costa Rica in 2018. Move your body. I am running. I ran the scan for the group, for Valtopia, for the collective. And so I'm just running a little cocktail of stuff that came up. Our throat chakra and our root chakra were at 100, but our crown chakra was at 50 something. So that's why you feel incredible frequencies in your feet and legs. We are super grounded and rooted in, and our throat chakra is expansive. And now we are opening up, now that we're so grounded and ready to speak our truth, let us open up to the inspiration of the cosmos and ask yourself, is my crown chakra, ask yourself about your crown chakra, see what comes through for you, your own intuition, and see if a message comes through for you or new inspiration. Okay. And the frequencies are running to address whatever's coming through. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, everybody. Hello. So, okay, Monica, I'm going to tune specifically in with you. Let me know when you feel me tuning in. It's been a long time. It's good to be with you again. All right, Monica. Monica, for you, I feel some third eye resonance. And I feel like you could you will tap into what's in your third eye as you release the obligation and connection to, oh, look at that dark night of the soul. Have you been having a dark night of the soul? It has been a while, I know. It's good to feel you again. Have you been going through a reboot with this lunar eclipse, which wouldn't be surprising at all? So it feels like releasing some attachment to other people's judgments or your own judgments could really allow you to tap in more deeply and see more of what's happening in your third eye. And really celebrate each moment that you have to be grounded and centered into that vision and into your own deepening self-awareness and higher vibration. You believe you're in it. Okay. All right. So are you familiar with that period for yourself and know that it passes and comes and goes, or where are you with it? I'd love to know. So really, when I have a dark night of the soul, even though I want to show up and I don't like to be, as a child, and I had a lot of really amazing storytelling, dynamic, beautiful grandmothers and aunties and everything. And there was a lot of performers in my family. And I remember when I didn't feel good or I was sick or angry or whatever, there's a lot of, oh, who's got a frowny face? And that's not very nice. There was all this judgment and criticism if you weren't smiling and showing up. But there's a lot to be said and so much power in these moments we take for ourselves where we aren't happy and we are crying and feeling into the darkness and shutting down and seeing what is coming up for us when we're not in our flow, when we're not in our best alignment. What's there? What is the universe showing us? Where are the leaks in our container? Where are we not in our center? What do we need to love on and address today? Pretty consistent. Okay. Good. All right. Well, it doesn't last forever. And now when I go into the darkness and feel cut off from my greatest energy source, there's two things I want to say about that. When it happens, I celebrate it because I know that I'm being shown where I'm growing and where I'm going to have more of me and a return to my own power and strength. If I'm not careful, I can fall into old patterns when these things are revealed because you think, oh, not this again, or how am I going to do this again, or whatever. But really it's like, yay, I'm being shown. I'm growing. And on the other side of this is like a whole nother level of me that I don't know yet. And I'm dying part of my identity, killing off part of my identity and releasing to make space for all this good shit that's on the other side. So the more you can let go, and there's the second part I want to say about this. The more you go through this and the more layers we do release, the less that it happens this way. And the more that it shifts into a different dynamic that grows with you as you do. And so, yes, these cycles of shedding never end until we do. I always joke around and say, well, you're not Buddha, Jesus, or dead. So yeah, this stuff's still going to be going on, but it changes, and it changes. The nature of it changes, and how you relate to it changes. And the more rested, nourished, and connected in you are to your truth, purpose, and alignment to your heart and cosmic energy, and the way you operate, and knowing what you want to do for real, and what you're meant to do, and everything's tuned into that, well, then the less you go into these spaces and get stuck in them for a while, because you've been aligning more and more to what does work for you and what is aligned for you and how it does work for you. And we can often feel, when we've stayed the course and been going through this process so many times, that that's a load of bunk, and what the heck am I talking about, and when does this get better? And it does, and you've got to stay the course, and you've got to stay the course to yourself, because chances are, if it's been repeating itself and you've been through it many times, chances are that's your lesson in life. I'm speaking for myself. My human design chart, I'm a role model. Yay! that means my whole life, thankfully I'm 49. So my time as a role model is ending this year. And now I get to shine in all my expertise and glory that I put in the time. I paid the cost to be the boss, honey. I have been putting myself out there since I was 15 years old. I left home to go be a foreign exchange student and live with people I didn't know and be the odd woman out over and over and over again. I did it so many times and I just knew, well, that's what I'm supposed to do, and pissed off my parents and pissed off men and pissed off myself and pissed off everything to follow the course and stay the course to myself. And I can't tell you how many times I almost gave up in this entrepreneur business because it felt misaligned or like I wasn't really following my heart. And I feel so blessed in this cosmic transit that we're coming into aligned balance between the cosmic impetus and this real grounded desire to create prosperity and live on the earth in a way that aligns liberty and justice for each of us, not just a few of us. So this work is powerful. And the woman I was 5 years ago wouldn't be bold or clear or calm or present enough to stand up and do the work that I do. It took constant dark nights of the soul and shedding many, many layers of judgment and self-loathing and fear. And now here I am, comfortable with myself and showing up in a way that aligns to my body and being. And those of you that are coming in closer, welcome. And those of you are like, no thanks. Bless you. All right. Monica, that was good. That was a good thing coming through. Let's see. Petra, let me read with you. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jasmine. Welcome. Feel free to share this. I'm reading and hanging. We are still running frequencies on the Healy. Thank you, Jasmine. And, I've had to step back and take care of myself these last few days. I had to pack up and move everything over here for a minute. And part of me was like, show up. And then part of me was like, nope, I gotta take care of myself. You can hear, even today, I'm showing up and you can hear the energy in my voice. So interesting. It was a big reboot, you guys. We got a lot reactivated. I was napping halfly yesterday, and I could literally feel my energy centers and cells regenerating. We have a lot of shift happening. All right, who's next? I'm going to pull a question card after that last reading. Everybody, write the question. Somebody write the questions in the comments. Ooh, this is really powerful. Forgiveness is everything. Forgiveness to yourself first for not knowing or having done things in ignorance or fear that you don't like now. Let it go. Don't hang on to it. Don't hang on to anything from the past. It's just over now. We're starting fresh. Okay. Who's next? Jasmine's next. Actually, not Jasmine. Petra. Is Petra still here? Of course. And forgiveness is everything. Yeah, I love you. I'm sorry. I feel that in my heart. Please forgive me. Thank you. Okay, Monica, do you feel that? Did you feel that open up? Did you feel that release? I just burped and cleared whatever was tight when I tuned in with you. All right, Petra, let's tune in with you. Thank you. Let me just do a little tone to clear the energy. All right. Petra. Ooh, clearing some energy. Oh, what happened to my music? I had some really cool music playing and it stopped. There we go. Petra. Do you feel me tuning in, Petra? All right, here we go. I feel the throat chakra coming in like right in the center. Do you feel that? That feels like a witchy wound to me. Let's see. Yeah. Whew. All right, so the cards that came up are guidance, sovereign, and expand. So you're being guided to clear this witchy wound, the throat. Yeah. Okay, so what I call a witchy wound is when you have past life markers in your DNA, like a genetic, you're part of a constellation, a genetic lineage that has an awareness in your being that to speak out and speak your truth could kill you and has killed you. Burping it out. Good. Right. Okay. So in order to expand and be the sovereign being that you truly are, you want to clear any attachment and resonance and fear that's living within you and that makes your throat tight when you go to speak your truth. And so become aware in your expression and day when your throat goes tight like that and notice what it means for you. It can be blocking your ability to thrive and emerge as the leader you are. And you have a lot of cosmic support. They showed me you're fully held and supported. So it's your gift in this life experience as you're alive on this planet Earth right now to shift your genetic code into releasing that program and story of subjugation. Are you down with that? Have you worked on this? Do you resonate with this message? And those of you watching live or the playback, do you resonate too with this message? Yeah. Liking yourself means loving those parts of you that may feel tight or uncomfortable or that you don't understand or that keep you held back. That's how you've been feeling and started doing it anyway. Okay, so that's one way to clear it, but you want to get to the root. And the way you get to the root is to really feel into that awareness more and more throughout your experience and see if you can detect how deep that awareness goes. And what I've found when you work with a practitioner who is gifted to release the root is that you will go into a session and discuss what you may have already discussed with somebody else or with yourself. And you'll do the work and you will feel the energetic shift instantly. But more importantly, within moments, hours, or days, you will experience a shift in your reality that reflects the work that you've done within yourself. So for example, I'll give myself as an example. I'm working with someone who works similar to me, except she does the head up. I've been very focused on the throat down because most of my clients coming to me, and also because the way my human design is built, all my lower centers are defined and my head is not. So it makes sense that I work with people who need to feel their emotional centers and energy centers down low. So anyway, when she did her work with me, within hours, several people are out of my life. Gone, man, women, doesn't matter. And energetically, they were attached into my beingness in a way that's not aligned for them or me. And so you don't want to release your root. You want to be grounded into your root. You may want to clear any energy from your auric field and your light bodies You want to feel your energy centers, your chakras, and become aware of when they're open, when they're closed, when they feel compromised, when you're drained, when you're energetic, what makes you feel energetic. This is all the work that I do with my clients, either one-to-one or through group guided study with the Healy. The Healy is a wonderful way to allow yourself to really begin to explore your own awareness when you're not one of the people gifted with a natural, people, I've worked with people who see the chakras and their own and see the colors and can get words of wisdom from their higher selves and work that way. We all have that capacity, but many of us need some time to clear a lot of cobwebs and bullshit before we have that level of clear connection to ourselves. There is no shame in your game. Nobody's cooler than anybody else. We're all designed to be and open up at exactly the right time, on the right place. And your desire to expand and open up into your gifts and employ them expands and rapidly opens up the experience for you, because you're the one guiding and deciding it ultimately. But investing in guides like me and people that understand this process and can do it rapidly, not only saves you time and money, but years of more trauma and fucked uppery as you wallow around and try to do things more in a way that still doesn't address taking off the layers and feeling yourself and operating from a way that fully employs your gifts, your awareness, your ability to decide and choose your sovereign beingness. Let me see what comments. Yeah, the connection is clear, but I just need to tune in more and listen to it. Okay, so I'm feeling this throat chakra. And here's what, Petra, I want to say. And I feel heart chakra too. Most of you that come to me are high achievers, like you're ballers, okay? And you're ballers and you're high achievers and you're perfectionists, and you come from a line of perfectionism. The perfectionism is a mode of control. And so one of the strongest things we can do as highly aware and perfectionistic achievers is to calm the fuck down on our judgment of ourselves and what we're doing, and to get way more curious. Look at that. Look at that. I really thought I'd done that already. Okay, let's try that again. You know, like I had to do this really bad because I was so protective of my inner wounds and my inner juicy, soft, vulnerable core that I would invest thousands of dollars and work with someone, and it would be so surface level because I was literally like going, can't get in there. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with the juice, the good stuff. And so as I relaxed that protection and got more curious and found people who were more able to relax that layer of protection around my heart, over myself, about myself, and get really curious, that's when things start to break through. That's when you have the connection coming through and you actually hear and implement what's meant for you. And here's the part that I've learned for myself and that my clients show me too. No matter how badly you want to shift things, getting help to remove and release these layers allows you to suddenly hear and witness parts of yourselves that you could not before. So let's take me as an example. I did this work over the last few weeks with somebody, and I've been building up to it over time. And I experienced a moment of communication with someone close to me last week, where for the first time, I was able to witness my own discomfort in the situation. I've never noticed it before. I literally was blocking myself from my own awareness. It just simply, my brain had decided it wasn't important information. How many of you are living that right now, where you don't even know, you're not getting a signal that you need to be able to hear, witness, address, and shift a response to? Like there's a whole bunch of diversion going on for you and the other people you're with, where everybody's like, it's almost like there's this straight path and we're all learning to step over a pile and under a bridge and go around some rocks and over a hill before we get to the thing. And all of us have learned to step over the pile, under the hill, and then you can talk about it. And then when you talk about it, watch out, there might be flaming darts. You know what I mean? It's like, get rid of the darts, get rid of the obstacle course. Let's just get curious and be connecting. And in order to do that, many of us have been traumatized and our brain is literally damaged, and we need to reconnect the neural pathways and the emotional processing through our body and being. And there's no shame in your game. It's just a really powerful way to access your own life and results in your life that you desire. How cool is that? How does this resonate for you guys? Okay. Let me know if you have any comments. Jasmine's ready for her reading. Petra. Did that resonate for you? Let's see. I think the Healy frequencies stopped running. So let's do another scan, shall we, with the Healy and see what this collective is registering. Who's here with me? All right, let's run the Healy. Hi, everybody. Welcome. So we're going to do a Valtopia scan. Save and analyze. And we're going to do, let's do the aura analysis one more time. You guys, there's a coupon today. There's only a few hours left to get $1,000 off this device. You could begin your own business. It's an extension of what you're already doing, and it could change everything for you. It has for my clients. Okay, so here's, we just cleared some of that energy in the chest and throat. Petra, did you feel that? So here's our new reading. You can see that our root has shifted and now our crown is big. So that's what happens. You adjust one part of you and then the other starts to need to adjust. And so we're constantly modulating and adjusting all of our energy centers. So let's take a look at what we have now. So look at this. Now our root chakra is at 56 and our crown chakra is at 58 and our throat chakra is at 58. When we started, we were at 100. So things are shifting, right? So let's take a look at what we're shifting here. I was talking to, so I'm gonna close my eyes and tune in a little bit more deeply. What I'm picking up on is a lot of attachment and judgment, connection to other people's judgments and opinions and fear of failure and blah, 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 a lot of that happening here in this collective watching this live stream. So we're going to record the aura. Feel it moving as I said that. Yeah, so now we'll check out the roots. Check out the second reading that shifted as I tuned in more powerfully. Yeah, so now we have sacral chakra is at 100, the third eye is at 94, and our throat chakra is up at 65. So we have it looks like this. So we're going to run some frequencies now to address this, and you can receive them or not. It's up to you. Some of it did. Okay. Let me know what resonates and what doesn't. So I can perhaps explain things a different way. All right, so I'm going to run the vibration and then I'm going to do a card for Jasmine. It says complete and gentle healing issues of power, control, freedom, and personality by enhancing yellow in the solar plexus. All right, so these frequencies are now running. And we're going to pull a card for Jasmine. Let me know when you feel me tuning in. Energy, Jasmine. Yeah, the hermit card is coming up for all of us that we do this work with ourselves, for ourselves, to know how we operate and function best in these energies and moving forward. Um, you know, get together with your loved ones and yourself and find a way to address your energy and being alone in your own energy and understanding what that means. When I tuned in, I felt like you had a little bit of FOMO and like fear of missing out if you're doing your own work and you like needing other people, and it's okay. We're all here together whether we're talking to each other or not. And so getting more in tune with your own awareness and feeling good in your own presence and trusting that enables that deeper connection to each other when we aren't in real connection, when we're maybe just connecting telepathically. Jasmine, let me know how that feels for you. All right, anybody else here that's been watching and would love a card? Otherwise I'm going to go about my day. And listen, you have until I think midday or 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time to have $1,000 off this Healy. I accidentally flicked the clip off. It has this amazing, really powerful clip, but my dog freaked out in the car and flicked it off, and I haven't found it yet. Random. This is a personal handheld quantum healing device that registers not only your chakras, but your organs and tissues, your meridians, your weight, your collagen levels, all of your inner organs and tissues. It's phenomenal and profound what this little device can register and support you with frequencies and vibrations and understanding to every day, little by little, which is the way this work works. Sometimes it's a big, profound shift in a day by making a decision to get something like this or to book in with a healer or a guide that takes you to that deeper level of knowing yourself so that your life becomes an expression of flow and ease through your very being and purpose, rather than a confusing experience that feels like it's outside of you. We're experiencing a depth of connection inside, and then that's reflected outside. We're not isolated in our inner creation at all. There's no bypassing here. In fact, if anything, this collective, the Valtopia collective, is addressing the body and the being and the heart and the earth. We're super fucking cosmic, and we're bringing that down into each of our lives and expressing the truth of that cosmic divine expansion. And this little Healy is the fastest way to get to know yourself and to suddenly build a business where you're changing the world right now with this device. So not only can you guide your clients that you book in with the Healy, hey Jen, to like Jen, you can, I offered my Valtopia services and that opened her up, and then she bought the Healy and suddenly her business is expanding and she's helping so many people and she's thrilled and loving her life experience and growing every day. And you have a chance to get this for $1,000 off the price. And all of us that signed up in my group quickly did our fast start and sold 3 within 30 days and earned a free one and had it pretty much paid for. Hey-o. So Simone is ready for a card. Is there anybody else? Jen? Here's your mama. Okay. Let me get another swig of water. Jen, I am coming back into myself. I was looking last year. I always seem to withdraw and recalibrate during eclipses. So y'all know that about me. Before the eclipse, I will not be showing up that much, any of them, most of them. And then the day it hits or the day after, I'm good to go. But right before, boop, not doing it. Perhaps that'll change as I expand. And I have noticed I am more consistently present through these cosmic transits, but there's some of them where we're meant to go inward and see what's going on and feel ourselves apart from everyone else, especially those of us that are highly empathic and touching in and connecting into other people's energy all the time. as we up level and evolve into deeper levels of leadership, we need to know who we are and how we feel when nobody else is in our energy, and up level the amount of energy we bring through us and how it works, and look at everything in our business and all of our relationships and optimize everything so that when we are showing up in service and offering the things that we do, such as the healer, our healing business, it's coming from a place of integrity, wellness, and dedication and devotion. Yes. All right. So Simone, are you still there? Simone, as I tune in with you, when you feel me tuning in. All right. There's the word obligation is coming up for you, and I felt some pressure in my left ear, which tells me now I've learned that's where we're having a little resistance to like feeling and knowing your own needs and allowing them to manifest for yourself because of obligation to other people. Does that resonate for you? Your passion is great, and your serenity and strength comes when you tune into your own potential and passion and go to bat for yourself. That's what I had to do. The only reason I'm sitting here chilling with no kids right now is because I fought for it tooth and nail again and again and again. I was this housewife with no time to myself, alone with young children all the time. And when I came online and talked to these women, they'd say, well, you got to change it. And I think, you don't know. I don't have any choice. And they're like, yes, you do. And finally I realized, yes, I do. And I created space for myself to know myself and get over the concept that I was being selfish or irrational or stupid, using money to invest in myself to grow. The growth of my capacity to handle and manage my own beautiful gifts and personality and desires and being expands all of what I bring to the table. And I just recorded something this morning where, many of us as wives and housewives and moms go through that process of just suppressing ourselves because we were trained to think that's what we're to do. That if you're not part of the equation and there's a dearth of joy and nourishment coming from you as a parent, you're a big weed in the garden, and that's fucked up. You need to be one of the blossoms along with everyone else. And if one family member is forced to die for the growth of the others, I'm not down with that program. We need to nourish our garden together, and our family needs to support each other to become who we are. And if that's not happening, then we need to notice and take care for ourselves, because one of us that leaves and nourishes ourselves nourishes hundreds of thousands and the family that wouldn't nourish you, right? Don't let the darkness of someone's pain pull you into their darkness, or the obligation, a submission to old rules and other people's judgments stop you from blossoming. So if that resonates for you and you need support to come into that expansion, I understand. I needed a lot of support to speak my truth, to know what I wanted, and to live it and be it. And I still seek support for that, because there's parts of me that still have moments where they're like, are we really allowed to have and be that? And that's the work that we do every day, is to be in alignment with the vision and passion that comes through us, no matter how much it's never been on this world before. I'm an innovator. Everything I do has never been done before. And most people are going to go, yeah, what is that? And I'm going to go, that's a fucking brilliant idea that you're going to be paying for down the line, because it's awesome. Thank you. So trust yourself, back yourself, believe in yourselves, and bring through what's meant to through you. Not all of us are creative, innovator, visionaries. But those of you working with me are, and I am. So if you're watching this and you have no desire to be an entrepreneur or bring through creativity through your body and being, and stay the course through powerful and painful missions and tests to become who you are, I don't know why you're watching me, because that's what this is about. This is about you're burning so much fire inside of you your whole life to be yourself and to feel and know the things that you do. You have such a great passion for the integration of creativity and earthly living and bringing through solutions for holistic living in the new earth. And you want to know how to do this faster, more rapidly, and more effectively, how to move into your next level of expansive leadership that does integrate all of you and your visionary creative madness and your practical, grounded prosperity creation connection to the people in your tribe and that you're growing your tribe to. It's a process and I love all of it and I'm here for all of it. I do one-to-one work. You apply on valtopia.com. I'm about to update my website. It's a little bit out of date. And you can also purchase self-guided study to listen to my voice and tones and release layers and layers of programming and perceptions that are keeping you from your clarity. Even if you've done a ton of work, this is about you taking that next level of cosmic integration and going deeper in your body. And releasing these layers and going through this work with me allows you to get in there in a way that nobody else has shown you. And that changes the dynamic of what you think and know you're capable of and the kind of solutions you come through and the kind of money you make and the kind of people you work with. And this is work that you take with you the rest of your life and that you do show to your clients. You become activated in this high energy and it just becomes, it overflows from you. It's amazing. So let me see if I'm missing any comments. Hey, Sandra. If one family member is forced to die for the growth of the others. Yeah, it's powerful, isn't it? That's what I had to realize. My husband was trying, ex-husband was saying, you know, that I couldn't break up the family, but it was all going to be on his terms. So he was going to break me. And that wasn't going to be helpful for my children. So I had to see that. I had to see the worth of my leadership as a mom and being, and that I was important too. And that I don't just die because I became a mom. All right, did everybody get some Valtopia love? Who's here? Jen, are you still here? You want a card? Who's here? I'm hungry. I'm going to go get some breakfast, some brunch. And yes, there's a lot of events happening outside and affecting us. And the deepest thing we can all do is learn this work of getting deeply in our own awareness and body and finding out what our strengths and weaknesses are and evolving into a really powerful and cohesive vessel of inspiration and creation right now. Our medicine is within our bodiness and beingness. And I'm seeing instant results when my clients do this work with their clients. Okay. Ooh, clearing the energy. Can you feel it? All right. I'm not seeing any other comments. Thank you so much for joining me. If I'm missing your comments after, I'll come back around. Thank you for joining me and don't miss out on this. You got about an hour or two left to get $1,000 off. I don't think they've extended this sale. They keep extending it, but they haven't this time. So don't miss out. Just private message me. And if you want to know more about working with me or the Valtopia content that can benefit you, then just private message me as well. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me and for owning your frequency. You're the miracle. Bye.